Welcome, everyone, to PopNerdom,
Yes.
the only place where you will not be confused at the end.
Yes.
I am your boy
I am
Six,
your boy Hands.
and uh, what a week, man! We've had what have we had?
An
We
eventful
had
week.
One Division.
Very eventful week.
We've had Yes, we've had a bunch of news. We have a One Division, and um, uh, we are waiting patiently for the leadership of this country to change.
Yep.
So, we won't get into that. Let's not talk politics.
We're here for the
But
Wanda
let's
and
talk,
for the vision.
and for the vision, let's talk about this One Division show, which, by the way, um, I I don't know how to feel about. I don't know if it started with a bang, if it started bad, if it started good. All I can tell you before we break it down and go into all of it is that I can't wait for the next episode.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing that I feel.
And I feel like that was
I just
the
feel
point.
like I can't. Yeah, I feel like, well, I don't know what happened, but I can't wait for some answers. So, so let's talk about One Division. As we all know, there is there is this thing that they do that's like 6-7 minutes long in the Disney Plus app that's called Marvel Legends.
Yeah.
And they give you like a rundown of the characters in 7 minutes, like the whole history of the characters within the Marvel universe. It's very contained, of course. It's very, but it's
a
perfect.
snapshot,
It catches
yeah.
you up to speed. Catches you up to speed. It lets you know who you're looking at and why. And I had to show it to my girlfriend, Steph, because she's not a Marvel movie aficionado.
Yeah.
So of course she needed a little bit of help. So I was like, "Look, let's look at these." She just wanted to watch it because she heard good things about it, and I was just like, "Right, cool. I mean, that's great. Let's look at these, and then we go on and we'll do it, and then we'll also watch the show." and it was good to refresh your memory about who they are, what they're doing. But fuck if these episodes. So WandaVision started with 2 episodes.
Yep.
It legitimately played like a TV
Yeah,
show
yo.
from the 50s. That's exactly what it played
The
like.
ratio and all of that,
And
yo. The compressed noise, the
everything,
compressed audio, all of that.
all of it. And bit by bit by bit, in very small intervals, it kept
The
inching
Yep,
forward.
the it was like it was a timeline, you know what I mean? But it was just like it's like a perfect masking. You know, for the people that edit, they know what they're talking about. Like a perfect masking. You just a seamless
It
transition.
kept it, right, and the commercials were in it, were like all these things. But the first episode starts with them pretty much moving into this new neighborhood. They got a new house. They have a heart on the calendar. They're trying to figure out what the heart is about, and it turns out is about. By the way, mega super
Spoilers, yo.
spoilers. Although I don't know that matters because even if we spoil,
Yeah.
even if I tell you exactly what
You don't
happened in
know
this
what that
episode,
and none of it really
you don't
means
know
anything until they explain more.
shit. Right, and so the whole thing is about the boss is coming in and it plays a lot like I Love Lucy to me. I don't know if that's what they were
I think
going
it was
for, or
Bewitched.
the
It was
Honeymooners,
Bewitched.
or it was definitely, there's a lot of Bewitched in it, definitely.
It was
There's a lot
Dick
of,
Van Dyke, right? And his humor
right,
and
so it's a lot of like combinations. It's like an amalgamation of all of those things, very well done. So it would have been like a proper show from that
yeah,
era
yo.
with two superpowered people. So that's what it felt like, and that's what it played like. The things that stand out from this episode, and really legitimately, just watch it because there's nothing to break down about this
Yeah,
episode.
no lie, as I was making my notes, I'm like, yo, there's really nothing to like besides like Easter eggs, you know what I'm saying? There's
Right,
really like
right.
we don't know, people. We don't know.
And so the things that stood out to me. There is a part in the episode where the boss and the wife are having a conversation with Wanda and Vision, and of course they sit down for dinner, and like a very 1950s conversation, the wife of the boss goes, well, where did you guys come from? How long have you been married? And how come you don't have any children? And in that speed, she asked the questions. And the husband, the character of the husband, really is like very impatient. And he's like, where did you come from? Why don't you have any children?
Like yeah.
Why?
Damn it, why?
Oh, Arthur, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Why? 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 And he keeps saying why, and then he chokes. He starts choking. And this is where the episode truly breaks. And you know, there are like some sentiment of a hint of something.
Yeah.
But nothing really plays out in it truthfully until
second episode.
he's choking. Until he's choking, and especially into the second episode. Until the boss is choking, and Wanda tells Vision to save him. And he goes over, takes the meat out from his neck, from his throat. But there's that part where the wife is like, stop it, stop it, stop it. And it was the most eerie, it was a perfect Twilight Zone episode. It's what it felt like in that moment. Like he stopped
It
being
felt like
cute
yeah,
and being
like a Black Mirror episode, bro. When like
right,
it was like they were
right.
like breaking. It was like almost as if she was breaking her mold, breaking character. You know what I mean? Like hold up, oop, that's not supposed to be. You know what I mean?
And so
We are an unusual couple, you know. We don't have an anniversary
he saves, but also
or a song.
Wanda and which is what you're speaking to. Wanda and Vision break character, or I think Wanda breaks character. Like she's just like, what's happening? And there's
I
something
mean,
that you
Vision
and I
breaks
discussed
character
that was
because he uses his powers. You know what I'm saying?
right. Yeah, but I just mean in the sense that when Wanda is like, Vision save him, it doesn't have the same lack of gravitas or like air of lightness that the whole
I Love
episode
Lucy
has.
feeling. Yeah. I know you're talking.
It just has like a very serious like, dude, save
It's
him.
like it went
like,
from
do something right now.
Scarlet to Elizabeth Olsen. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm trying to say? Like like breaking like yo, save him.
Right, like for real, like do something. You and I said something, which is the same which is the feeling that I had when I saw this originally. The original feeling that I had was, well, they really don't answer anything for you, but it seems like the characters are as confused as we are, including Wanda and including Vision. Like everybody is confused here, and I think that as things are breaking, the only thing I can think of, me having been a person that takes therapy for a number of years, the only thing that I can think of is the subconscious subconscious. I'm not a therapist, by the way. I just want to make that clear. But I'm just saying from receiving it, it's like the subconscious trying to tell them like something's not right here. And of course, we all know the sentiment that this is House of M. Maybe.
Yeah. Like a little
We
House
all
of
know
M. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like
the idea that maybe Wanda created this universe because she lost Vision, and she's trying to recreate somewhere where he can live with her and they don't have to worry about
time. Yeah.
being
yeah.
superheroes and time and dangers. But even she seems confused by this. And that's the part that's interesting to me, because there's a sense of her when she's like, oh shit, do
Because
something.
remember, yo, she and her powers, she got a little Jean Grey Phoenix in her. You know what I'm saying? That sometimes the power would unleash and like an alter ego kind of like steps in. You know what I mean? So that's where I think the battle is. There's the hurt Wanda. You know what I'm saying? And then there's the overflowing of power Wanda battling within each other. And then you got sword agents probably maybe either physically or mentally crossing that barrier to try to help her get in. And maybe the more people they send in, the more people get caught up in the loop, and that's who's populating the town. And then there's also the
Right.
the you know, Agnes,
neighbor.
yeah, the neighbor, who's like, out of all of them, is like navigating through that craziness too well, almost curating it in a sense. You know what I mean?
This is gonna be a gas.
Right, like making sure that it stays where it needs to
Exactly.
be.
Yes.
And so there is this sentiment, yeah, of she might be have a lot to do with this, but at the end of the first episode, the episode ends, they get a ring, and that's the end of the episode, and then the camera kind of pulls back from like the credits, the fake credits from the show, and you see a sword insignia on a wall on a control room,
Like an
pretty
old
much.
school control, security, CCTV kind of shit.
But also a control room like as a television
Yeah,
control
yeah,
room,
yeah,
with
yeah.
like like one of these guys. I don't know. I hope that you guys can see that. But one of these, but like the video one, and so a switcher, a video switcher, and so I'm
There might be layers
Well-
to this shit, bro. There might be layers to.
right, and so here's what happens. The second episode. Sorry for that noise. I'm so sorry. The second episode, which has much more to show.
And a lot.
I'm
The,
so sorry.
the second episode is more glitching of the Matrix.
Yes, the second episode has much more to show, and it has this. What it has is three things that pop up at me. Well, the second episode, there is a magic show. There's the neighborhood is having like a neighborhood fair kind of thing, and excuse me, and WandaVision want to make a magic trick where they're not using their magic, but they
Yeah,
are
old sleight of hand magic trick, but
right, like they're doing fake magic to be like, hey,
we're
we can
normal
fit in,
people.
and people
Yeah,
will
like
us.
you know.
Right. And so Vision is going to dress with the whole magician thing. She's going to be the helper. She's going to get into a box and disappear. And then they even show you in the episode how she pops out from the back and she's like, yeah, it's great. And then he's like, yeah, that's how we're going to do this. And so the second episode, as a matter of fact, is the one that starts like Bewitched.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
It has the cartoon start like Bewitched. It has them flying around like it's the most Bewitched of the two. But you have Vision eating gum and then acting like he's drunk. And he's showing off his powers. And then she's doing all of these things to hide it. But the problem is, once again, nobody seems to react to them like this is reality. And the moment she just changes, so Vision takes off flying, right? So he's floating in the air. And she does this thing, boop, and then she puts a rope behind him. So it looks like she's the
It's
one
like
that helped him fly.
whenever something breaks, like the conscience like breaks, it's like they all wait around for like an answer. Like, yeah, string. Yep. You know what I mean?
Right, right. And it was super awkward. And even before then, there is a situation where she's talking to the lady who is like the big
Dottie.
like the lady you have to talk to, Daddy, like the lady you have to talk to in the neighborhood if you want to be in the in crowd. And as she's talking to her, the station starts wigging out.
Wanda, can you read me? Who's doing this to you?
And what you hear is
Wanda,
Wanda,
yup.
who's doing this to you. And it brings this extra layer of, well, does that mean
She's in a trance, or is
Right. Or does that mean that she created this and they think somebody's doing it to her? Or does it mean that somebody's actually doing it to her in a way that they made her
And
forget where she
that's the
came
agent
from?
from Ant-Man.
Uh-huh.
The
Is that who it
yeah,
is?
the guy from Off the Boat. I forget his name.
Oh, is that
yeah,
who
the
it is?
Asian gentleman. Yeah. The guy who's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
babysitting Ant-Man.
Yeah. The Asian dude. Asian dude. I thought to me, I didn't really pay too much attention to the voice itself. But to me, I thought that was Tony Stark for a second. I was like, are they bringing Robert Downey Jr. just for this? Like, how many millions was that? But then it didn't make sense to me. So I was like, this is stupid. Let me just let it be. And eventually they'll tell me who it is. But that happens. At the beginning of the episode, it starts with like them hearing noise outside.
And it's a
And
different
finally-
kind of outside too, though, because it sounds like it's outside of the house, but it's an outside that everybody heard. Everybody heard the noise.
Right. And so, boom, boom, and then they go to check. And the next morning, when the episode kicks off, she finds a sword toy helicopter that's in color, because this is all in black and white.
That's in color.
And that
with the sword thing and in the Iron Man
with the
colors.
yes. And so I'm even more confused by this thing.
They ain't help me with that. They ain't do nothing to me with that. I said, dang.
But this is the magic of the show, that it really is doing an incredible job
Of being confused,
at-
of traveling me while confused. You know what I mean? Like, you still keeping me going. I'm not still stuck. Because, sometimes you get stuck on one thing and you can't get past that one thing because it didn't make sense. It's not like that with this.
Right. It's not like that. And, at the beginning of the episode, they put the bets together and then they end up boning or whatever. And then at the end of the episode, she's pregnant. And this is where the craziest of all things happens. She's pregnant. They hear the noise outside.
Yep.
Boom, 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 boom. They go to look. And out of the sewers
Comes somebody in a beekeeper.
a guy. But he looks like an agent of Hive.
Yo, I didn't put that together. Beehive,
by the
hive,
way-
I didn't put that together.
And by the way, there
was a
another
Hydra. There was a
thing.
Hydra also too with the watch.
Yeah.
Damn. So
Is that what it
Sword,
was, the watch?
Hydra, yeah, and Hive.
They then have and the radio, the toaster that they show, which I think they put too much emphasis on, which makes me think like I should look at what that is, was a Stark's Industry toaster.
And
right? This is a commercial.
You heard the noise it made?
Yeah, what was that about?
That was the same noise as Tony Stark's cannon.
Oh, is that what
Yup.
it was? Because I heard, but listen, I heard it, I recognized it, I didn't know where it was from, so I was just more like, I understand, but what's happening? And again, it feels like he's her subconscious trying to help her break out of whatever's
and
happening.
It could also be her subconscious being subdued by something else into thinking she's really helping herself. You know what I mean? Because another thing, they're pushing the children for the children. Nobody has kids though. We ain't see no kids in the town. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right.
So it's like, do you think this is like some warped reality? You know what I'm saying? And like they're trying to get these kids to age fast within this realm, so to experiment on them.
Does she already know that she's pregnant and subconsciously she's doing all these things, like telling herself, we live in this universe.
Like a 51st dates
for the
kind of thing.
children."
You think she's 51st dating herself, yo? Like,
No, I think that if she created this bubble universe with Vision in it, because Vision is
she
dead.
could be pregnant.
It's-
yeah, like on some like nurturing shit, bro. Like some stuff.
Yeah, so she's like, I want my kids to have their dad, so I created this fucking bubble universe so they can have him. bro. The high. I mean, I'm calling it a hype.
No, that was
agent
good. That
because
was that was good.
That's what
bro.
he looks
that
like
was
to
good.
me. And
Oh no, but didn't he have a
comes
sword
out-
insignia in the back though?
Did he?
Yeah, he had a sword
I mean,
insignia.
possibly. Yeah, you're right. So it's a sword agent then, right? So this sword agent comes out of the sewage looking like Hydra, looking like Hive, and she says no. And there's this rewind effect where they go into the house, and then they replay the whole like, look, I'm pregnant. But also, by the way, she's not just pregnant. Like, oh, I just found out I'm
No,
pregnant.
she's like second trimester.
Like, yeah, like what's happening?
And you saw that it was a rewind, but a push forward. Because they go from the bewitched house to the kind of Brady Bunch feeling with the child.
Right. And they redo the whole thing. Was like, do you think I'm pregnant? Yes. And then the whole world becomes color.
Yup.
So like you're saying, it's going to that Brady Bunch kind of feeling of
Which
like,
I fucking love, bro. This is why man, I love all of that stuff, bro.
So what they're doing perfectly, incredibly, and massively right with this show. First off, they're keeping you fucking intrigued because you can't. Look, I haven't seen anybody else talk about this because I usually kind of look at a podcast or two because that's what I consume. So like I'm gonna be like, oh shit, what's the smart people saying about this? Because I'm not smart, and I haven't, and I can't think that anybody. I mean, once again, like you said, there's a bunch of Easter eggs, but I don't know that anybody can point out to something that makes sense.
Yeah,
but
it's like
we shall see.
The only thing you can complain about is if you didn't like the acting or something like that. Because from the story itself, you got crumbs, bro. It's like you ordered a full course meal. They only brought you your crackers. They didn't even bring you the soup. You know what I'm saying? Let alone the meal. You just got the crackers.
Yeah,
bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't quite know where they're going with it, except that it only makes sense that, you know, they're going to solve this out and they let you know. But it's so interesting and so smart to me, at least, that they're really doing a great job of keeping you just interested.
And also, thank you for giving us like, I like the way they're going about it. You know what I mean? It's not your typical, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just very different, and thank you for that, because it could get tiring. You know what I mean? It's kind of the same recipe.
Yeah, man, it's
eerie. You know what I mean?
It's eerie, it's confusing, but it's interesting and it's engaging.
Most important.
And all of those things make you want to. I mean, I cannot wait for the next episode. I just can't. I don't know what the fuck they're going to do.
Like I said,
and knowing that this is, and by the way, knowing that this is a mini series, it's not like next year this is going to be a season 2. Let's go, baby.
You know how I am.
Makes
you know I love
so
miniseries,
better,
baby.
Bro.
You know I love miniseries.
Oh yeah, man. It makes it so much better.
There's a story
so
to tell.
smarter
There's a
do it
point to
this
tell.
way.
We got to get from point A to point B. Enjoy the ride. You know what I'm saying? And this
Right.
point B is going to kick off point C, because I think this is the first piece of phase 4, right? Is this because this is setting up? It's setting up 3 movies. I can't remember one of them. I know it's Doctor Strange. I know it's Spider-Man and another one.
Spider-Man.
I forget which is
Right.
the other one, but that's
Yeah,
what
I
it's setting
forget what
up.
the other one is. So here's my thing, though. I got a question for you because you were very disappointed with the half-an-hour episodes. How you feeling now?
Oh, I hated it. It wasn't even half an hour. It was 22 minutes. It was 7 minutes of. It was 14 minutes of credits between the both episodes.
Yeah.
Like, yo, bro,
That's another
listen,
thing that
anime. That's anime.
What the fuck was that?
That's anime.
Yeah.
That's anime, bro.
Yeah.
No,
I didn't understand that one.
I didn't get that. I didn't listen. That's my only thing with this. The only thing, no lie, is just that 7 minutes on each side, no trailer afterwards, no nothing, just 7 minutes of names. Like, nah, I'm good.
And there were the graphics, which I was trying to pay attention to be like, maybe they're showing me something here with the graphics. But I kept getting bored by it because I kept reading the names and being like, what the fuck am I watching? What am I watching exactly? However, with that, that's the only thing that bothered me about these episodes, where the super long.
The credit. I wasn't even mad with the 30 minutes. Honestly, I was mad with the credit. The credit, you took so much from me. Hopefully, I don't know, because we seen this, this company do that shit with the Mandalorian. They started really high, and each episode got a little thicker. So maybe they starting slim and getting, I don't know. Let's see.
Hey, bro, we shall see.
Yep, because we paying attention. That's one thing.
I mean, after all is said and done, I give this a 10 out of 10 probably. I mean, and that's only per episode. Like I don't know what's happening. I don't know how it's gonna end up. Maybe they'll take down the ranking later on.
Yeah, for a premiere, I give this like a 9. Yeah, like a 9.5. Honestly, don't just a little time thing. But other than that,
yeah, man. I mean, and that didn't even bother me because he just felt like he had to fit within that show. Like the way they're presenting it to me, it feels like he has to fall into that show.
Within the parameters
format.
of that. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get it.
So I mean, I didn't have a problem with that. But it certainly is a lot of homework to watch it. It's a lot of homework to watch it and trying to gather what the fuck.
It's a lot of Easter eggs, yo. It's a lot of Easter eggs, yo.
Too many, maybe. I mean, I don't know. From the House of M Wine, which we already seen before when they released the teaser, to the like we talked about, the
Mind Stone on the disappearing cabinet,
on the disappearing cabinet, the Hydra watch, the
sword insignia everywhere,
the sword insignia and all kinds of things.
The African American lady, she had the little badge. That badge is a Doctor Strange portal thing.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't notice
and
that.
And another thing that from New Age rock stars that they pointed out, that she might be the little girl from Captain Marvel.
I don't know if she is, because there's another person.
Hopefully, yes, that they've been holding, but that's what they threw out there. It might be, but hopefully not, because
I mean,
I heard.
Yeah.
I don't know. I heard she was supposed to have more like a better role, but who knows? Who knows? We don't know what this person does, because, like she said, I don't even know what I'm doing here.
Right. So, there is a lot of eeriness and weariness that makes this super interesting, and there is a lot of creepiness that makes this extra more watchable. And let's see how this ends, because I truly hope and think that this is going to be really, really, really good. It seems very smart. It seems incredibly well done. And it does make sense that is confusing, if that makes sense to everybody else.
What I want from these miniseries is just to tell their story, not try to tell too many stories. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think that's the point of it. That, I mean, and look, this format, by the way, this is going to educate us about what Obi-Wan is going to be like too. Because I think Obi-Wan is going to be very much just like this in terms of how contained it is. I think this is going to be just as contained as Obi-Wan will probably be, where it's within the universe, but it's parallel. No pun intended, because it's a parallel universe, but that it has this kind of brackets around it that make it its own thing in the middle,
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm looking forward to the next episode and the next 5, whatever many it is.
I think it's 9 episodes.
9?
Yeah.
Psh, even better. Even better. Ends in March, first week of March.
First week of March.
March. 1st week of 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 March Good. Yeah, man. Let's blitz
All
him.
right, let's blitz him, baby.
What do we have for blitz, buddy? What do we have?
Alrighty, so Ethan Hawke is Marvel's Moon Knight's main villain.
So when you sent me that and I read it, I thought it said, I just read like, Ethan Hawke is the new Moon Knight, and I was like, no, he's too fucking old. And I was like, oh, villain. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Do that.
He's fantastic. I love him a lot. And I think he plays a bad guy well. He plays a good guy well.
He's a great actor.
But he plays a bad guy a little bit. Like he has that thing in his forehead where he's always looking angry. So I'm looking forward to that.
Peacemaker, the HBO Max series, which follows John Cena's character in the Suicide Squad, has begun production, according to the writer and director James Gunn. So not only is James Gunn's Suicide Squad getting a whole beautiful release, and like they put money behind this, he also got an HBO Max series show. That's what's up.
Yeah, man.
Yo, this is gonna catapult John Cena. This is all on John Cena right here. If John Cena is not like in the trajectory of The Rock after this, he ain't never gonna be it, yo.
He done.
Yeah, he ain't never gonna
he
be
done.
it, bro. You can't
Done. Yeah.
All right. The new live-action Mortal Kombat film will focus largely on the rivalry between Sub-Zero and Scorpion, two of the game's most famous characters.
Of course. Do you think I want to see Luke Cage?
I was just about to say that, bro. I'm like, yo, I don't.
Or Sonya?
I'm like, yo, if you're going to bring it back, especially after the last, 2-1 were horrible, like, you have to bring it back, like, do that. Do them. You know what I mean? Do them, and then everybody else can come in.
Be legit. Do you remember a few years back, there was a guy that did on YouTube, like a mini...
Yeah. Yep.
And that shit was fucking old, and he was pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yo, there's a lot of on the low-key fan things that be okay, bro.
Yeah, but this is like a legit director. I can't remember who it was. It was many years back, maybe like 10 years ago. But that was good. And I think that he showed you and he showed the studio that some good Mortal Kombat can be done.
If you do it right.
So, if you do it right. Not like that first movie. That first movie, I liked that first movie. It was shit, but I liked it. But it's only because the music fit what was happening perfectly. But other than that, it was a shit movie if you really think about it.
Oh shit! Like you looking for you're looking for your remote. Like, where's my remote at, man? I'm about to plug myself in. You need help.
And that Scorpion fight with Luke Cage was fucking the shit. And he does the thing where he finally opens his hands and you like, let's go, Scorpion. Because everybody loves Scorpion, right? Like, I thought Scorpion was only my favorite guy, but everybody loves.
Chris Evans to return to the MCU. No major roles, just a few cameos as old Cap.
Huh. Makes sense. I'm quite sure that the Falcon Winter Soldier show needs him, but I'm also more sure that in the movies it's gonna pop up somewhere.
Yeah, he's gonna be like an advisor, consultant. You know what I'm saying?
You lost both of them too, though. Like
Tony,
it's just like it's not like you just lost Tony Stark. Yeah, like it's just too much to lose at one point, right?
And Godzilla versus King Kong has been. First, it was delayed. Then it was delayed again, and now it's been pulled up. So instead of coming out May this year, it's coming out March 26th.
What?
Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah. It's gonna come out March 26th.
Yep.
Is that gonna be streamed?
It's gonna both.
Well, then I'll be fucking watching it.
Yep, I'm excited.
As you can tell,
that was great news. You know what I mean?
Give me 1 second. Shit.
Oh, look at you.
I am an enormous and gigantic Godzilla fan, as you can tell by this. These are all of the original Japanese movies. in this beautiful book, and and he has like a bunch of production stuff and all that. But the important part is that what I want to get at with this is how much I fucking love Godzilla. This cost me a fucking ton of money. Not to say that I have a lot of money to spend, but I'm willing to shell it out for something like this because Godzilla is my shit.
Yeah.
So I have been very patient, very
2 months
patient.
earlier.
So I'm very glad that it's coming out a bit earlier because let's fucking go.
Excited.
Excited.
Especially that the last one was done so well.
Yeah, man. A little too dramatic, I think. But
they
first
got the screech
Godzilla,
down,
everybody.
Man, I was so happy they got the screech down.
That's it. The first Godzilla, you saw Godzilla like 3 seconds. Like he was like pathetic. Like you're like, where's Godzilla?
I hear him. Here.
And then the second one, they were like, oh, you didn't have enough Godzilla? Hold on.
Mad Godzilla.
Rolling like 3 hours. Rolling like 3 hours. Godzilla just destroyed the whole fucking world. It's
We're
fighting
gonna have
everybody.
Godzilla carry this movie, so we're not gonna pay nobody any money.
Like show that girl what's hot right now. Stranger Things? Yeah, bring that girl in. There you go. Now, like this just got Godzilla destroy the world. Go Godzilla. It was good. I liked it. That's it. That's all you have.
Yep, that was it.
I unfortunately did not look for anything for our blitz, but I think that it's all good.
Yeah.
I think we've had you did a good search. We've had very good stuff to talk about. Can't wait for some Godzilla in my life.
Hell yeah!
I cannot wait
in my stream box
for more.
Love it. I'm just gonna wake up just like this. I love that, bro. I woke up and I'm like, ooh, this is WandaVision.
I love that I woke up and there was Wonder Woman, even though it wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. But I love that I woke up and it was there. And Mandalorian. I mean, it's the same thing. I mean, it's just this idea now of I don't have to go anywhere. I do miss the movie theater. I do miss watching things with people.
I would have watched Godzilla in the theaters.
I would have watched it in the theater more than once.
Yeah, facts.
But what I do appreciate more than anything is that we can watch it, and I don't have to be exposed to COVID. I don't have to fucking probably die.
2 months earlier.
And it's coming fucking 2 months earlier. So, thank you for hitting like. Subscribe if you want to, so you can keep up with whatever we keep up with.
Tell somebody to tell somebody.
And please tell somebody to tell somebody. And leave us in the comments what you're most excited about. Leave us in the comments what you got from WandaVision, because maybe you got something we didn't really catch. Tell us in the comments if what you're looking forward to. If you're looking forward to Godzilla. Shout out to my cousin Harold. I love him very much.
Out, Harold.
He always watches. And shout out to everybody that always comes through.
Yeah, shout out my boy Pasquale.
Pasquale, always, forever. And we good, man. We'll see you next week. Pow.
That's the end of the video. And bye. Don't forget to subscribe. That's it.